Trips awakening, y'all will feel my ancient signals, one within the universe and universes inside of me. I am very familiar with this state, West V. And so-called teachers there are going on strike. All right. Who orchestrated that strike? When it comes to that, I see what's going on, and I warned my loved ones that's in that state. I told them like some funny stuff gonna go down, and I feel it on a spiritual level. All right, and I want to tell y'all, this is the time to keep an eye on your loved ones and your star seeds. You know, your star seeds. Keep an eye on it, because certain things are gonna go down. You see the stunts that they've been pulling at the school. The illusion skull. That's what I call it. But y'all call it the school. All right? So just be prepared and be aware. All right? And certain things are set up. Certain things are set up. So, when it comes to the illusion skull, they're basically programming the star seeds. You know, with this programming brainwash old history and a lot of mess. You know, teaching them how to cast spells and stuff. And you got to sit for hours and get programmed certain things. And I talked about this before already. Basically programming them to work for the corporation so they could control their energy and control others out there energy with the corporation. All right? Just to put that out there. So, when it comes to the illusion skull, the children are not really learning nothing, because they're not going to tell them what's really going on. And some of you portals, which y'all call yourself parents, y'all not going to understand what I'm saying. You're not going to understand what I'm saying because y'all connected with this. So y'all going to probably be like, what is he talking about and stuff? Just watch my channel. Watch it. Some of y'all not going to get it. It's not meant for some of y'all anyway. But when it comes to that, the children, the starseeds, they're not really learning nothing. I know certain individuals got bachelor's degrees working at Rite Aid, waiting tables and stuff like that. When it comes to illusion skull, certain ones get chosen and they join a sorority and a fraternity. And we all know who runs that. And I ain't got to get deep into that because I already talked about that. But we know who runs that. So when you see certain so-called celebrities and stuff like that, some of them are in fraternities or were into sorority or a fraternity. All right. So now that I got that out the way, when it comes to that, y'all gotta pay attention to your star seeds. You really got to pay attention to them because some of them carry a certain energy and certain energies in certain states. So certain distractions will come in certain states. And like I said, I warned my loved ones about West V, and that's just the beginning. Okay. So my question is, how come the teachers are not locked up? That's my question. If they're going, all of them going on strike, who orchestrated it? Think with me. Think about it. All right, when it comes to the portals, the parents, they want to so-called lock them up when they're not going to school because this illusion skull, y'all call school. But they want to lock the parents up. And I think that's messed up on so many different levels. But I will say this. Some of y'all signed the contract when your portal entered this illusion world. So you basically signed them over. They shouldn't have no say-so, over your star seeds, but some of you signed the contract, the birth certificate, and these so-called papers. All right, you sign that over. Now, some of y'all give it power, and some of y'all don't stand up to certain things and stuff like that. Y'all want to argue about the illusion and the distractions that they put out there instead of worrying about your star seeds. All right. So when it comes to that, they want to lock y'all up, saying, "Oh, such and such missed this many days" and stuff like that. I remember back in the day, they would actually just pass students, whether they made straight F's, or whatever. They would, like back in the day, they would just pass them, in which I think they're still doing that with certain schools, and they have them, they want them, they want to control their energy and confuse them and get them mixed up with different personalities and take on that frequency, because certain star seeds take on certain energies, disturbed energies. The teachers could be disturbed. They could be a pedophile, or somebody around them could get, they could be possessed with different types of negative energy. And I don't like to really use the word possess, but they could have certain negative energy. And it's like different, like I said, it's different personalities that they're dealing with. And sometimes, your loved ones could come back home in some type of mood. They're programmed with name brand shirts, clothes, iPhones, this old ass technology to me, because all of this stuff that's going on right now, to me, is old. What's going on in this illusion is old. It's played out, and that's why I'm traveling and warning y'all what's going on and visiting. I see what's going on. I'm ahead. Put that out there, just to put that out there. But they're programming them and stuff like that, and certain bloodlines go to war when it comes to the star seeds. The young star seeds, they go to war with each other because, they program by these negative images that they see on the television. So what are they actually really learning? You got to ask yourself that. Or they want to program them with the same old stuff, the basketball or sports and stuff, which I talked about the sports. The sports, it's nothing but rituals and certain things that they don't understand, and some of you portals don't understand. Y'all don't understand. That's the reason why you see certain setup shootings and different things out there. There's so much going on. Some star seeds, they're programmed in this illusion school. They're being programmed to something that's not even theirs. When it comes to basketball, they're doing rituals, but they don't know that. And some of you portals don't know that. And, the star seeds don't have control over something that's not theirs. And you portals and parents, y'all don't have nothing. Y'all don't have no control. Y'all don't really have no say-so when it comes to that. Because you signed, that contract, the birth certificate. You basically signed them over to these negative forces, and some of y'all don't know that. Y'all don't own your car. You think you own your car, your house. You think you own your wife. That's a contract. There's no such thing as, like I said, and I need to really do a video on that. There's no such thing as marriage. You just signing a contract. You're programming your star seeds. It's okay to let them know what's really going on if you really know what's going on, and then you got that religion, and they sit 6-7 hours, or maybe 6. I don't know. Y'all get what I'm saying. They're being programmed. You know, they're not really learning anything. They're not learning what's really going on in, you know, this crooked world. You know, they don't know what's out there in this so-called setup thing that's going on in the streets, or what's behind the scenes. And, you know, and some of them think they're going to be superstars. And how come superstars get paid like millions and millions of dollars? You got to think, because they're not getting millions and millions of dollars. Y'all use the illusion money, you know, and these bank systems, they're crooked. And these negative forces, they control that. They got y'all earthlings using this illusion money and this plastic card with the chip in it to control y'all's frequency. So you got, you know, y'all think they getting all of this money, these celebrities. They're not. They basically, the negative force in certain different bloodlines, they took control of certain properties and land, and they let them stay there. And if they act up, they'll send them away or destroy certain celebrities and have either a look-alike or, you know, a synthetic robot or whatever you want to call it to take their place if they get out of line. They don't even really care about certain things that's connected with them. So they're not going to care about y'all. They want to program you and your loved ones. You know, when it comes to, like, I know back in the day, you know, when the school, not to get off topic, they used to like paddle you. And some of y'all probably going to be like, what's paddle? You know, basically give you a spanking back in the day. You know, even back, you know, back when it comes to my portals, like, you know, my parents and grandparents, you know, I listened to some of their stories they talked about. I even remember when I was going to this illusion school, that's when they put a stop into the paddling, because, like, some students, if they get out of line, they would get a paddling. Yeah, you know, so, you know, they're basically being programmed. You know, they don't want y'all to own nothing. You know, you really don't. You don't own anything. The only thing you own is your soul and your energy and your world that's inside in your sun, not this illusion stuff that you see in front of your face. You know, like you're being programmed. And some of y'all are not going to understand this. You know, like some of these little star seeds, they connected to a bloodline, and some of them go through a fraternity or a sorority. And they get on. You know, they get on and to teach your loved ones how to program and recycle negative energy. You know, and I think that's messed up on so many different levels. You know, y'all should be controlling, you know, your loved ones. If you don't want them to go to school, you should, this illusion school. If y'all don't want them to go there, then you shouldn't be locked up. These teachers, they're not getting locked up. Because, like I said, who orchestrated that? The government, they're paying the check. They don't care nothing, you know, like the, you know, police department and fire department and stuff. They don't pay them enough, but it's like recycle energy. They just recycle energy and got y'all working hard. You know, I just seen it happen to the best out there. You know, we get ready to retire, and they'll just fire them for no reason. Like back in the day, some could retire. You know, they come up with this Social Security and all of that stuff. And, you know, and got y'all, you know, programmed. You got to pay to get programmed. What kind of mess is that? You got to pay to get programmed. You know, I know several people that got bachelor's degree and working at Rite Aid, waiting tables, you know, and own loans until they leave this universe with contracts. And that's going to probably follow some of them if they're not aware and, don't put their energy inside of this paper with spells, these contracts, the Grand Reap. I mean, it's messed up on so many different levels. So they use that and use the negative energy and all of this programming stuff to distract and take souls and energy. They could care less about these students. They want their heads inside of these illusion skulls so they can take their energy and control the bloodlines and program them. I think it's messed up that you don't even have control over your star seeds. Like I said, I didn't. I was like, I'm not signing nothing when it came to my loved ones and my daughter, the birth certificate. And I don't blame y'all because y'all didn't know this. That's the reason why, they'd be like, oh, did you register? And all of this and that when your portal come in and stuff, because they want your star seed. They want to give them away and take the control. And y'all need to take control back. Take a stand on that. You're supposed to be connecting with your star seeds and showing them. You already see what the system and government is doing to your star seeds. Y'all see what's going on. And if you don't see what's going on, then you a damn fool. Like, for real. If you can't see what's really going on, but some of y'all are unbalanced and you in a fog. You can't see what's going on because you too focused on trying to keep up and you're caught up. And like I said, some been through a lot of stuff. We all been through a lot of stuff. We all been through a lot of stuff. You got to ask yourself, can you escape it? And move on. And like I said, y'all not trying to take a stand and say, hey, we shouldn't have to sign certain papers to let our star seeds come into this illusion. Y'all give them power. These corporations, it's nothing but illusion. They got y'all working for a piece of paper in a plastic cart with a chip with the spell on it, and they don't even use it. But they're not going to tell y'all that. They don't use it. They're not going to tell y'all that. They got y'all working hard and breaking y'all down and confusing y'all, and with these different negative emotional spirits and energies and promoting these corporations with, like the drinks and the sneakers. Like I said before, how many people got murdered over Jordans? And how many people got hurt over these so-called material things like the iPhones and stuff? I can go on. They're programming them. Now you gotta show you can show your loved ones what's going on. Although everybody got to so-called make a living. I get that. Because you ain't got no choice because you don't own anything. But you got to know what's going on with your soul and energy as well. And don't pledge to none of this mess. So I'm going to do another video on this. Y'all stay tuned. What? Did somebody say something?